Dangin Nira, Akorin Uframevna, Rohona. Lesson 16. Family. One of the most important aspects of most people's lives is their family. In this lesson, we will learn vocabulary relating to family. Most of these words will come in groups of three: a male word, a female word, and a neuter word. In almost all cases, words denoting males end in rsa, words denoting females end in sma, and words denoting non-gender specific entities end in kra. For example, the set of words denoting progeny: Losorsa, son; Lososma, daughter; and Losokra, offspring. The major exception to this is the group of words denoting parents: Naha, father; Nasma, mother; and Nakra, parent. Notice the irregular ending of Naha. Next are the sibling words: Kersa, brother; Kesma, sister; and Kekra, sibling. Notice that nouns we've learned before ending in kra can have their ending swapped to make them male or female. For example, Hakentakra describes a warrior of either gender, but Hakentarsa would be a male warrior, and Hakentasma would be a female warrior. Same for Selfaskudokra. Selfaskudorsa would be a male police officer, and Selfaskudosma would be a female police officer. Finally, there are some family nouns that only have a neuter form. These are Pufenka, aunt or uncle; Sefsa, nephew or niece; and Yotka, cousin. Words that describe vertical relations like Naha and Lososma can take the prefix alam to indicate further separation. For example, alam Naha would mean grandfather, and alam Lososma would mean granddaughter. Similarly, alam Pufenka would be great aunt or great uncle, and alam Sefsa would be great niece or great nephew. You can stack alams as much as you want. Alam Nasma would be great grandmother. One useful tool, as we shall see, is being able to change a word from one part of speech to another. To make an adjective a verb, you change the in ending to intoi, making it a verb infinitive. For example, suralin, beautiful, would become suralintoi, to make beautiful. For example, if we define Marasemsa as makeup, then nen Nasma suralintetek nen Lososme Marasemset would mean the mother made the daughter beautiful with makeup. Another example would be manwintoi, to make tall. Now, we never really talk about making someone taller in a transitive sense. We usually say things like, my, how you've grown, which is intransitive. In English, we tell whether such verbs are transitive or intransitive by context. But in Dangin Nira, we have a specific word that marks these verbs as intransitive. This is kub, and it precedes the verb. Compare these two sentences. Sin Kersa manwintetek nen fistre. My brother made the tree tall. As opposed to Sin Kersa kub manwintetek. My brother became tall. No one made your brother tall, so you can't use a passive. Your brother simply grew, and we use kub to expressly state this intransitive nature of the verb. As another example, if we define roi as to melt, Metka as ice, and Zukra as fire, then we can compare these two sentences. Ros nen metke zukrev would mean I'm melting the ice with fire, whereas nen metka kubrok oli nen Zukra would mean the ice is melting in the fire. Some other words that can take kub are Fwastoi, to slide; Skikoi, to freeze; and Ragloi, to grow. For example, nen hebrisa Fwastok nen gungole newitu nen Metka would be The boy is sliding the rock across the ice. Whereas Nengungola kup Fwastok newitu nen Metka would be the rock is sliding across the ice. Or if we define Kolwuna as year, then Sin fisra ken kup ragletek nevietamin Kolwuna would be my tree grew a lot this year. Notice how kub is closer to the verb than any adverb. Another handy part of speech changing ending is unin. This is used to change nouns into adjectives. The resulting adjective will describe the quality of the root noun. For example, spana would become spanunin, birdie or bird-like. We can also get zukrunin, fire-like, gnomunin, temple-like, and tsetkunin, apple-y. Now, if we define fta as arrow, we can do a two-step process. First, we can make the adjective ftunin, arrow-like. Then we can make this adjective into a verb, ftunintoi, to make like an arrow, or to send. For example, ftunintoli siglu nasmerg eblaske would be, I will send some cookies to my mother. Notice that when talking about materials, we don't use unin. For example, if we define Homva as gold, then homvunin would mean goldish or gold-like. But if we want to say that something is made of gold, we just replace the a with in, giving us homvin. So, homvunin gnoma would be a temple that has a golden color and looks like gold, whereas Homvin gnoma would be a temple actually constructed from gold. The same would go for Pihekra, wood. Pihekrunin depa would be a chair that looks like it's made out of wood but isn't, whereas Pihekrin depa would be a chair that is made of wood, a wooden chair. That's quite enough for one video. In review, we learned about words relating to family, how to change adjectives into verbs using intoi, how to change nouns into adjectives using unin, and how to use verbs intransitively with kub. Review this new vocabulary and move on to the next video.